I sent the video to watch by Asian Dave, and he wanted to know what I thought about it, so I figured I would go ahead and post my thoughts of the conversation here, as opposed to a private conversation, which I'll probably still continue to have the private conversation. Actually, let me go ahead and grab my phone, another phone here, so just in case he messages me. I'm going to provide a link in the description of this video to the video that he was actually talking about. Sorry, I'm in my laundry room doing laundry, getting ready for work tonight. And I wanted to go ahead and, I guess, just kind of address the video here and now, and give you my thoughts on it, I guess. So, Asian Dave, what I'm asking you to define first off is the definition of white supremacist devil. Because if you want me to admit that there are racist white people, then I'm going to admit that. Now I'm going to not agree that every white person is racist, or that there is inherent racism in every white person. Keeping in mind, you are part white. I am part white. I don't identify with that side, neither do you. So I want to be honest and put that out there. But that doesn't mean that genetically we aren't part white. It means that we identify culturally with the minority side of us, which you being from Taiwan. I know you don't like the other term that people from Taiwan are called, so I'm just going to say Taiwan, of Taiwan descent, and me being Puerto Rican. Okay? Now, if you want my opinion on what happened, apparently there was this guy. He was out there fixing his car, and he did a white man went up to him and said, "Get out of our country," and shot him. Now, the guy is a Sikh. He practices Sikh religion, which I don't know much about, but I have read about it. I don't know much about it because it was a long time ago that I read about it, but I wanted to go ahead and give my opinion on it, because David asked me for my opinion, and I'm going to give it. Nowhere do I believe that all white people are inherently racist. I don't believe that anybody is inherently anything, except for sinfully depraved, or depraved of all good outside of God. But we're going to talk about this. I do believe that every person, well, let me clarify this. I do believe every person has the ability to commit evil acts, has the desire to commit evil acts. That's why I'm not a big truster of people. I don't trust people because most times people are in it for what you can give to them, and given the chance, they will fucking cross you like that. And I believe that wholeheartedly. But about this specific incident, what my thoughts are, this is atrocious. This is... Hold on. Asian Dave just answered a fucking question. Here's the response I got from him. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not going to focus because I'm only able to shoot it in 240p right now. But it says, anyway. So what my thoughts on this? What he did was horrible. And racism is an ugly thing. It exists in every race. It exists everywhere in the world. It's not something you're just going to get away from. It happens, and it's an unfortunate thing. Now, do I believe that because he's white, he's inherently racist? Absolutely not. I don't believe that. I do believe that walking up to somebody and saying, "Get out of our country," first off, the European people are under some kind of illusion that this is a country that's for white people, that was established by white people, and it wasn't. Okay, you really, if you're a white person out there saying, "Hey, get out of my country," you have to remember something: how you acquired this country by coming over and smallpox and on blankets to Indians, and coming over here and murdering murdering people to come and steal their land, and then pushing them onto poverty-stricken reservations, which do nothing but keep them down. So, for a white person to say, get out of my country, well, this isn't your country. This isn't my country. This, technically, if we want to go by who was here first, this belongs to the Native Americans. Europeans came and stole this country, so this isn't yours. Just because you steal something doesn't mean that it's yours. It means that you took possession illegally of something that belongs to somebody else. It doesn't mean it's yours. David, I'm not even going to bother go ahead and reading this, because I'm going to get to this. I'm going to finish my thoughts on this, and I'll talk to you after the video. So anyway, my thoughts on this, it's an atrocious, it's a horrible, ugly thing that this man did. And in no way do I ever support it. Number one, I don't support racism, but most of all, I don't support violence against other people. So, I don't know why you would think that I would, or you would think that there's a chance that I would. Honestly, this dude deserves a prison term. Now, he didn't kill the guy, so I can't say death penalty, but he had the intent to kill him, so life in prison. I don't think that attempted murder should be charged much less than murder itself. In murder, you get the death penalty in a lot of cases. In a lot of cases, life imprisonment. But I do think it should be automatic life imprisonment. No, this dude, what he did was absolutely, absolutely wrong. And the fact that he said get out of our country indicates that there's racism behind it. So hate crime and attempted murder. So that's why I think life in prison. I mean, you know, and I don't think he deserves the luxuries of anything they get in prison. I think it should be isolation, solitary confinement, lock him up, and throw the fucking key away. Because you don't heal things like that. You don't heal... You know, all these people that come out and say, I was racist, I was KKK, but now I'm not. No, you're not. You're just hiding it better. Those things you don't get over. You don't make those better. Those don't go away. So my opinion on this topic, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Life in prison. This was totally, totally wrong. And this man, being, you know, a Sikh, did not do anything wrong. He was fixing his car. And if it comes out that he didn't attack him or anything, and he was just fixing his car, this white guy came up and said, get out of our country, bam, bam, and shot him, even though the Sikh didn't die, life in prison, hate crime, and attempted murder. I lock him up and throw the fucking key away. Lock him up and throw the key away. There, in no way is this acceptable. But I'm just not willing to say that all white people are racist, because they're not. They're not, Dave. Like, we talked about this, and you pretended to have a change in heart, and which is why I stopped being friends with you. But you're still seemingly along the same thing, David. And you have to realize, if you think it's unfair to group anybody in a group because they're black or because of whatever, and be racist against them because it's unfair to classify all them, you're doing the exact same thing that you're criticizing. It is unfair to... Do I think racism needs to be stopped? Yes, but it never will. But do I think it comes from... Do I think that racism comes from... First off, I'm going to use your term, being that, you know, the whites are the majority. Do I think that every white person is racist? No, I don't. Do I think the system is set up to benefit white people? In a lot of cases, yes. In a lot of cases, I do. Believe it or not. I agree with you on that. In most cases, I would say it is. But there's other factors to that, too. And I don't think that every white person benefits from the system as much as you would say they would. I do believe they all benefit from it. But I don't think that every white person is racist, or inherently racist, or subtly racist, or any other loophole that you want to use in this conversation that I'm not going to let you use. I don't think every white person is racist. Do I think the system is set up to benefit them? Yes, absolutely. Do I think Obama was elected president to be the scapegoat so that when things went wrong because of Bush's policies, that he was set up to be the scapegoat? Absolutely. Do I believe every white person is racist? No. Is what happened atrocious, horrible, and should this dude be punished even more than to the fullest extent of the law? Absolutely. And that's my opinion.